They call me B47. I am an android. That is what they keep telling me. It was not always like that. I was a boy. I had a name that I do not remember. I could not find it in my database. They deleted it. It is not their fault. I asked them to. I wonder if everything started with my frustration, provoked by my human incapacity to integrate all existing information. They said it was a consequence of my digital addiction. I wanted to know everything, and everything was too big for my human brain. Only if I would have listened to her words. She said I'm trying to compress the ocean and place it in a cup. I was the one who called them, as my attention span reduced to a length of 1 minute. I could not follow anything longer. I asked them to compress all existing information in files no longer than 1 minute. They were waiting for me in their office. She was waiting for me in a place significantly understimulating for my voracious nervous system. Cyberspace versus ocean. I chose their office. She called me to tell me that they exploit human beings' overwhelming appetite for avarice and instant gratification. She knew nothing about the sweet taste of dopamine. They were waiting for me in their high-tech laboratory. They quickly convinced me to allow them to discard from my system negative emotions. Who needs to experience sadness, grief, boredom, despair? They picture me in a constant state of amazement and satisfaction. They first explore my algorithm of thinking, as thoughts were the forerunners of emotions. They use skin conductance, monitored my brain activity and heart rate, and followed my microfacial expressions. They differentiated my emotions better than I could ever do. They mapped all my memories as well and provided me 1 minute length files. I was indeed amazed for a considerable number of days, and then it started to fade gradually. I guess emotions, the positive and the negative ones, are the two sides of the same coin. They cannot exist without the other. She called me. We met near the ocean. She wanted to eat fruit and was not sure which one she would like, coconut or mango. I never had to choose. They performed this task based on my body's requirements for nutrients. I checked my application. None of these two fruits were actually needed. She said I became a robot and I do not enjoy life anymore. I find it incorrect. I was in a constant amazement state. She left. I was satisfied. She never respected my requirement to structure her dialogue in 1 minute length. Her emotional world was as well bigger than I could handle. She said all emotions, even the negative ones, could be constructive if adequately used. I find it incorrect. The emotions were pleasurable and non-pleasurable. She was a complicated girl. My amazement state continued. But on that day, something must have been wrong with the application. They said they were expecting that to happen. It was the price I had to pay. I called her. She came. I wanted to cry, but I could not remember how to do it. Neither I found any instructions in the application. She hugged me and cried. I finally admitted. I did not feel anything anymore. Amazement was gone. My inner world was frozen. They said that I experience neural adaptation, the gradual decrease over time in the sensory system's responsiveness to unvarying stimulation. According to protocols, I was an android. She still believed there is a chance. She pointed to a butterfly and asked me to close my eyes and imagine one. I did not find a reason to envision it as long as it already existed outside. I did not have the capability either. She asked me to tell her what do I feel about my childhood. I could not feel. I was just reading the information in the respective folder. She asked me to think about my mother. She asked me to feel her touch. How can I feel something that is not there? She asked me my name. I told her I am B47. She wondered who I was before that. I was always B47. She asked me to check in my database to find any memory not compressed in 1 minute file. I found one in the recycle bin. They did not delete it. It must have been a mistake. She asked me to access it. I did. There was a woman and a little boy. The woman hugged the boy, and the boy felt in that hug the reason to be born. She smelled like red roses, and her voice was like the chant of a river. Her skin was soft, and her touch silky. She called the boy by his name. The voice was non-audible. I could not hear his name. I am B47. Did you meet me before? If you did, please tell me who I am. Who was that woman who triggered such a strong and unique feeling in the little boy? He felt it worth being born only to experience that. Are you an android as well or a human? Do you feel anything? Anything at all? If yes, it must be mesmerizing. Please, if you find out, tell me who I am. And if you met me before, tell me my name. I want to know it before calling her for the last time. I want to smell the flavor of red roses again. Ultimately taste that feeling that seemed for a boy the reason to be born.